Hi, babe.
Hi, darling.
A new season of Traitors.
I was going to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Traitors.
Happy New Year. Happy New Traitors.
What were you going to say? Happy New Year to our listeners?
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
I know.
Very polite.
I am polite.
I'm feeling good about this year already. Are you?
The year in general. I didn't know if you meant the group of traitors.
The year.
The year. This is the year that you and I get married. Cheers.
Cheers, babe.
Spinny's had enough already.
That's
I can't
pretty
be,
exciting.
I know.
Isn't
I
it?
went around at work yesterday and said, I get married this year. Everyone was like, yay.
It seemed like we had such a ridiculously, stupidly long engagement. Like when we first got engaged, then we were like, we'll just wait until the year after next. And everyone would be like, when are you getting married? We're like, 2026.
And everyone was like, oh.
It seemed like ridiculously so long away, but I think that was the perfect amount of time to get our ducks in order.
I agree. Well, I told you that, you know, Bev and Joe, Uncle Joe and Auntie Bev have been engaged for, well, the story was always 20 years, but I'm now 30, so they've probably been engaged 50. For like 40 years or something, maybe 50 years, who knows. So they've been engaged for a very long time, so we're not that bad. Have a wedding already, guys.
Well, I'm very excited to get married to you.
I'm very excited to get married to you. I feel like we're more in love than ever.
Let's talk about the traitors.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, but I'm a bit bloody nervous because I can't even talk. Because they hadn't even had a round table yet. And the behaviour.
Yeah.
Huh? Annie?
Aggie. They're getting Aggie.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you meant? Like
the heightened
heat
level,
between...
the emotion is... People are being a bit already mean, and I'm like, guys.
And it's hard to tell if it's because we've just watched a celebrity season, so where it was very rare for that kind of vibe to come out.
That's true.
So are we like, oh, or I feel like it's a bit of both. I think this group is particularly primed because it's usually a few episodes until people start to let their facade crumble and start to show that they're taking it personally. But this time it seems to be just immediately personal. But I don't know, maybe it's because we're more on guard as viewers because of the red traitor situation, so we feel like we're kind of in the experiment with them,
Which I'm very pleased about. Yeah, should we talk about the red cloak?
Talk about the red cloak. I was worried, and we were talking to our friend Sarah about this before we watched the first one, about them introducing too many twists and trying to mess with the format too much, and
because people didn't like the seer, which I've forgotten what the seer even did.
Well, exactly. But the seer basically ruined Charlotte's chance of like running away with it in an amazing way last time.
Why was that?
Because Frankie, remember Sexy Frankie?
Yeah.
Was able to pick someone who she could go into a room with and ask if they were a traitor, and she picked Charlotte.
And Charlotte was a traitor.
And she was a traitor. So then it was basically just they had to sit in a room and be like, you're lying, and then they just both got killed because everyone was too suspicious of both of them, rather than Charlotte would have really pulled the rug from everyone. Like, no one was suspecting her, so it was kind of a shame.
Oh, because Frankie and Charlotte were really close, right? Or something? Or have I made that up?
I think they were. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
I think she was like, oh, hopefully I can have an ally out of this.
Yes.
And instead they were just both exploded. I mean, it was kind of fun, but it could have been funner without it. So yes, it was concerning that it would be another twist for the sake of it that didn't really add to it. And I would say I don't want to have a red cloak every season.
No, I like that this is unique because no one has any idea. Like no faithful have any idea, which is cool. Yeah,
hopefully it will be unique. Like they won't just start doing it now all the time. But
well, it would take away from it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but as a independent experience, it's really exciting just to be watching it in a different way.
Everyone looks so suspicious, and I like it because we're actually playing the game more, and you feel like
you're playing, you're going through everything in your head constantly.
Because like the amount of suspicion we've all had on like who it could be is exactly what everyone in there has.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
It's kind of slightly frustrating at times thinking like, oh, am I just following the path that the editors have laid for me?
Yes.
But I guess that's the same as watching a murder mystery. Like you're always looking out for red herrings that are too obvious. And
it's the same as like everyone guiding, you know, Judy, for example.
Yeah.
Like the editing or the discussion at the round table, like it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
I think so. What, like the
If
being
you're
swayed by the people there?
Yeah, it's similar to being swayed by the editing.
I guess my like autistic brain likes to think like, no, I would be able to take a completely independent view and not be swayed by the crowd if I was actually there and look at all of the evidence equally, rather than only being presented partial evidence by the editors.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I'm sure I would be swayed socially, but I think autistics in the group are less swayed.
And then therefore more suspicious, because like what Sam said, who is turning out to be a right pain in the arse.
Yeah.
He was like, if no one goes for Judy, I'll be looking at them, which is, it's funny for someone to say that, because I'm like, yeah, that is exactly what will happen. Like everyone will look sus.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive kind of thing to run with, that, oh, we're all going to be looking at you if you say something different to the crowd.
Yeah.
So I'm not keen on that. It's funny though, with the, like, us being made to guess who the red traitor is, because we just rewatched Broadchurch.
Yeah.
We're on season 3. We had a right Broadchurch fixation, and we knew what was going to happen. So we were like looking at all of the editing, and like, spoilers for Broadchurch. If you haven't watched it, why haven't you watched it? Sort that out.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think I'm going to spoil it, but the man who is the murderer.
Yeah.
Like in the first episode, at the very end of the episode, they show clips of all of the red herrings that they've set up, and they do show him, but they show him like in the background of a scene. So we are being shown it, but in a really subtle way.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about that when I'm thinking about how they're piecing together. Like, I'm like, oh, they've probably done a Broadchurch, and like, we don't even know, we haven't even seen this person yet. Like,
yeah.
It's someone who we haven't even spoken to much. So that is a bit of a head fuck, isn't it?
I'm so surprised at how many people were keen to be traitors. It seems to be that the people maybe that are applying for the show maybe understand how cutthroat the show is.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they're all being a bit more intense and harsh than usual.
That does seem like a change, doesn't it? Like in the first season, it was more like, oh yeah, I'll have a go at winning, you know, doing fun adventures and winning money, and like, oh, there's a few spooky traitors in there, but I hope I don't get killed by one of them. And now it's like, everyone knows that the traitors are the stars, and like, also you might not have a better chance of winning the money if you're a traitor, but you have a better chance of getting a bit famous because you'll be shown for longer, because you'll survive longer.
Yeah.
Probably. If you're still at risk of being banished, but you're not at risk of being murdered. So statistically you'll survive longer. I wondered if that was a reason why people were saying it, but it was a big shift, wasn't it? It was nearly everyone
Was like, yep, want to be a traitor.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh god, now you're faithful and you've got to try and find them. Yeah, I'm very excited because we don't know what anyone is going to say apart from the traitors if they get banished.
Yeah,
we don't know what anyone's going to say. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
I mean, we did know that Judy was faithful.
Oh my gosh, she was so faithful.
But classic, what we say every season, who's going out first, who raises the most suspicion. The two of the women of colour have already gone.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Come on.
Ross is being looked at immediately. It's just so...
Saying that though,
typical. Go on.
Ross is after the first episode, I was convinced that Ross was the secret traitor. Absolutely convinced. By the second episode, I'm now overthinking it, because I feel like we were being shown him too much, that it felt too obvious.
He's going to be going ASAP, but then also he could still be the traitor and still be going really soon.
Yeah, there's too much heat on him. It's interesting because this was filmed before the celebrity season.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but there's a similar kind of narrative building up around his story as happened with Jonathan Ross, where straight out the gate, like, if he is the traitor, potentially he's done something which is so, by getting rid of putting Nettie up for murder, which is so linked to him that it's a double bluff, which is similar to the Jonathan murdering, what's her name, the Irish one, you know,
Ruth Codd.
Yeah, that was what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Jonathan died.
yeah.
He did
'Cause
actually.
She was sus of him, and she really didn't like.
She really
him.
went for him, and then he murdered her, and he actually saved himself for quite a few episodes by doing that.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, you can't get to the end if there's some. I feel like if something like that's happened,
you can't. Yeah, there's no way.
There's always going to be a moment where they're like, "Hang on, let's just check."
I'm really like perplexed by what kind of game plan they thought they had, Ross and Nettie, by just kind of knowing each other.
I don't think the other people think they had.
Why do they
I know.
like, what the fuck could they have done?
It's so annoying.
Especially if, like, because of how they performed it. I'm like, it was very obvious that I'm just like, why you... I find it really annoying when people overanalyze what happened before.
Yeah.
As part of the game plan. Because I'm like...
Before the traitors got picked,
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah.
Exactly. Sorry. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. I know. Just think about it for a minute. Like, what would they gain by coming in and maybe pretending to recognise each other but not admitting that they knew each other more than they do or something? Like in what way are they benefiting from that? Like,
I'm so disappointed for Ross because the way... I mean, also Nettie, because she's been put out immediately. But the way that she... acted has jeopardized them both completely and ruined their game. She's not even in it.
I know, she made such a big
mistake.
thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big thing, and it was a big mistake.
And in a way, I guess she was just trying to be like completely authentic and react as she would as a normal person. But yeah, it totally fucked them up, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. And at this stage, people are just relieved to have a reason to all pile on somebody.
Definitely.
Like you could see with Judy that 50% at least of the people who voted for her didn't actually think she was a traitor. They were just like, oh, thank God someone else is getting voted for that's not me. And so they weren't even that surprised when she said she wasn't a traitor. That's the scary thing. So
they just need to whittle it down, don't they?
Yeah.
And then it was fun when Judy came into the kitchen with Sam talking to someone.
Oh my
And she was
God.
like, bring it. She was basically like, bring it on.
He was talking to Rachel.
Yes.
And then he was like, yeah, she's a bit suspicious. Anyway, yeah, I think if we're asking lots of questions and Rachel just let him like panic and
Rachel's
try and
doing
come up
very
with something.
well.
She's fantastic.
I like her a lot.
She's really good at lying and reacting. Like,
she said she's really good at manipulating people, and I was like, girl, I believe you.
so interesting. I feel like she's like gone method as a faithful. Like she gives the reactions that a faithful would about things, and she keeps saying like, if I was a traitor I'd blah blah blah.
I would never do that, even though she is a traitor. And she did do it. Oh, I love it when they do that, because I'm always like, you're doing that so well. She's really good.
She's very promising, and Stephen is also promising because he looks like he could create some alliances.
Yeah.
He's the one that you have a little crush on.
Yeah, I do.
He's very well dressed.
He's very well dressed, beautiful style, very tall, very ginger, and a bit pink.
I don't think he is ginger, but maybe in your fantasies and
He
dreams.
is.
Is he? I thought he was
He's
just blonde.
ginger to me.
Oh.
He's ginger to me. I thought he was ginger.
Oh. Well, yeah, he's tall and pink with big ears, so you have a type.
I do.
I really like him.
I like him too. I'm intrigued because I think he's going to be well liked in the group, so that makes me think he could go far and could play dumb.
I hope him and Rachel have kind of a tacit alliance already, because I feel like they both gave each other the eye of like, Hugo is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I think they know. And then also that when they went in for the second killing, Rachel and Stephen were like, we haven't had anyone bring us up, whereas someone did bring up Hugo, but they like didn't, and Hugo didn't even point that out.
He's such a bumbling twit, isn't he, Hugo?
Yeah, but he thinks he's like on it.
He could protect him in that he's so not, he doesn't seem nervous about being a traitor because he's got that sense of kind of entitlement in the space that he's in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
he
true.
could just, people might not suspect him.
Yeah.
'Cause he makes a joke out of everything.
I found him irritating, like pulling out the chair for
what
is her name? The one who plays games.
Jade,
pulling out the chair for Jade, and I was like, oh, the youngest girl here with a short skirt on, you're gonna pull out her chair, are you? Very interesting.
Yeah, and she joined their group at one point.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, he did like a little like soft kind of funny voice.
Put it away.
I love that we've got a Scottish, Irish and Welsh traitor.
Yes, the Celtic trio.
Yes, the Celtic triumvirate. Come
on, break through.
There's a lot of Celts actually on this series.
This is what we like.
Which is fun, but yeah so fabulous. Because we also have Fiona from Cardiff.
Oh my God, Swansea. Thank you very much.
Fiona from Swansea. Yeah, who is giving very Pamela from Gavin and Stacey vibes. / your nan.
Pam, my nan, but also
she's got a bit more. Not more.
Yeah, no offense to my grandmother, but
she's got
more switched on.
Got some smarts.
She knows what's going. Yeah, she's got a bit more smarts.
But I don't think she's the secret traitor. Her name has been raised, but I don't think so.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
What do you think about the theory from the Traitors where they said there's 3 boys been picked? It's definitely a female.
I think that's bullshit.
Me too.
I think that's complete bullshit. I think
it'd be fun if it is, but I don't think that fucking means yes.
Maybe this is a blind spot that we have about our own unconscious bias, but I think women have a lot more internalized misogyny than we think and would be likely to pick other women, actually.
Agree.
And I don't think that's an indicator.
Whereas men might be a bit more like, I am the best.
Yeah. I think like they talk about this on The Rest is Entertainment, like there's only a very limited number of episodes that can go by before we know who the secret traitor is by elimination from who's been put up for murder. So in order to protect themselves, they need to repeat some, which is why they've repeated Maz. And now they're like, who has a secret thing against Maz? And it's like, no, I think it's just random. Yeah.
And it's so annoying, isn't it? The randomness of it.
I'm also annoyed that they've already decided to hate the secret traitor when I'm like, why? You don't have to.
And also you kind of need to be on their team because you are all traitors that will take the money.
Yeah, it's funny that it's just because they don't know who they are, it's created this feeling of like competition with them already.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna. How do they do it? I'm like, how are they going to do it at the end? Because
it won't get to the end. We were saying this in the first episode, like the end would be so exciting, but it won't get to the end with us not knowing because it's too.
No. I just mean how will this, if the secret traitor gets to the final, I'm so like, they're going to know who the traitors are. Are they going to work with the faithful to get rid of the traitor, or are they just going to do it?
But the traitors will also know by then.
You think?
Because they will have had enough names to know who isn't.
But how can they ever bring it up? Like you couldn't.
I know.
I'd also do a thing where I'd never put someone's name down, like someone who wasn't very suspicious.
Yeah.
Like so that.
Yes, clever. To frame them as the traitor. Frame them,
I'd be like, okay, my name and someone else's name.
Yeah.
Keep them, maybe even 2 people that you know.
That would be good.
Because then it could fall back on them.
Yeah, true. I kind of hope that.
But that's a fucking long game because they'd have to get to the final as well.
It's long. I kind of hope that the secret one gets revealed at some point, like gets banished, and we're able to see the traitors reacting authentically to finding out.
That is what I'm really excited about. I want to see, because that's a golden ticket for the traitors to be like, oh my god, never knew, you know.
And then it would be sneaky if the secret one was able to recruit like after being banished or something, and then there was like another secret going on. I don't know how that would work, but anyway,
I was thinking that just Red Cloak get
passed on,
taken. And I also wonder if the way that the traitors would react to the secret traitor being banished would be right. They'd be like, you reacted really intensely, you know. They'd start being like,
yeah, because it could be a real,
because they're actually shocked
reaction.
Because they thought they knew everything, and so that might put them under fire. Exhausting. I don't know why you'd want to be a traitor. I would not want to be a traitor.
I know, the more I watch it, the less I want to be a traitor, so I'm so surprised that we've got so many.
I'm like, my heart races when I'm watching it, thinking about me being in those situations, as you know I always do.
Also, so many people are like, I'm not going to tell them I'm a barrister, or I'm not going to tell them I've got this job. So it's like, you've got to have in your mind the whole time what job you're meant to have and what elements that job might have. I mean, that's what she did. Leanne, who was a soldier and pretended to be a nail technician, but she picked something that she knew lots about, which is clever. But
that is clever. Yeah, I'm like, what's everyone pretending?
Yeah.
She won, didn't she?
Yeah.
Mental.
Jade is an interesting one because she says she plays loads of games like
Strategy.
social.
Yes.
Social. I can't remember what the word was,
Yeah.
but basically, like, I think she means like traitor-esque games where there's lying involved and deducing. But you wouldn't think it to see her because she seems very defensive and like reactive and emotional.
Yeah.
Which like seems like she would be a bad loser, basically.
She very much seems like a bad loser because she's already getting furious.
Yeah, she's like, as soon as they've, which I understand, I'm just like, you've presented yourself as this like cutthroat, observant, and it's not coming over. She just keeps saying, my face was very hot when I had the blindfold on.
It was very hot in there and it was very stressful.
I can't help how my body reacts. I'm like,
Girl,
cool it,
calm
baby.
down.
Cool it, baby. This is nothing. This is small fry.
This is episode 1, my love.
Yeah, she's
You're
not,
out of here, honey.
she is not going far, I don't think.
No.
Unless she like creates a really strong little clique or
Unlikely.
something. Yeah.
Sorry, but unlikely.
I felt very bad for Roxy seeing her mum
Oh my God, I know.
go out, and she was fighting for her, wasn't she?
Yeah.
It's
I'm like,
very
don't fight
sweet.
any harder, girl.
I know. She really nearly revealed herself when she was just being so rude to her mum.
That's my mama. Yeah, was you being rude to her mum? Yeah.
She said like, oh, well, I'm something like, I'm not surprised if everyone would hear you. You got such a loud voice or something. Yeah, it was like Amanda was with her or something, was like, oh, that's a strange thing to say to
rude.
a stranger. Yeah, it must be sad seeing her go out and knowing she's on her own now.
But then also kind of a bit of a relief because you don't have to keep that secret
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, true. You
I'd-
can just
I'd-
be
Yeah.
authentically.
I could see Roxy going to the end.
Yeah,
Like she's the kind of person that would get to the end.
because I think she's clever, but she knows how to give like a ditzy demeanour, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
Which is helpful. But she has been pretty outspoken of saying, we need to stop following the herd. Obviously it was to protect her mum, so we'll see whether she keeps going with that. But like, it's kind of a losing battle because
Saying the herd mentality argument in episode 1, I was like, hun,
yeah,
don't
all people
bother.
are going to be fucking doing is the herd mentality.
For episodes and episodes.
Yeah, they smell blood and then they're on it. And it is annoying because if you want to play it like a game, you want to be working it out, but that's not really what they're doing. They're just like finding a reason, and they just know that they just have to survive. It's not really about finding the traitors at this stage, is it? Which is frustrating.
It is.
Do you think there's anything to the idea that there might be another family relationship? They showed Amanda and Rachel looking at the family tree, and she said, oh, you look quite similar to Reese. And they do look, Amanda and Reese do look similar.
I don't know who Reese is.
Exactly.
Is he the one with the nose ring?
Yes, and I thought he's so forgettable. He could just be there because he's someone's son.
And nose ring indicates lesbian mum.
Exactly, and the fact that she's a lesbian might make stupid people think she doesn't have a kid, which would be
Yeah,
clever.
that's clever actually. Yeah, I could see it. And also I think Rachel is fucking clever.
Yeah.
So I could
They've
believe,
got a
and
similar-
also the way that she reacted and said, yeah, he's my son.
Yeah,
Made
which
me be
would
like,
have been...
that's truth.
Yeah.
I could believe it.
I think if not that, there has to be another one,
I
because
think
why did they show
wouldn't
us?
have shown it otherwise. Yeah, I agree. What is the family tree about?
It's got to be something. Maybe there's shitloads. I love that they
Oh
were
my
like...
god, could
What?
everyone have a everyone have a relation in there?
That would be so funny, but then they
Could
would...
Jade be Hugo's daughter? I could see that.
Ooh, I could see that. And that's why he's...
Being weird around her.
Yeah. But then they wouldn't be so suspicious of Ross and Nettie if they all knew that they all had somebody. Unless they're
But they
just
don't
trying
all
to...
know that they have somebody.
Well, they
That's the
know...
whole point.
That's true. That's true. There could be quite a few in there. I would love
Everybody's
it.
related.
I would love it. Who's Stephen related to then? Boyfriends with someone?
Amanda's other son. Any other Scottish people? Because
There is another Scottish person. I
if
can't
the-
remember who.
the man that I keep saying looks like a tortoise.
Oh, he's Scottish, isn't
He's
he?
Scottish.
The older man.
Yeah, they have different kinds of accents, but it's possible. And he was in the army. So what do you think? Army gay son that's very flamboyant. I think it could happen.
Oh, I would adore. That's a good Shout.
Because I'm just thinking about how Roxy and Judy have like the same accent.
Yeah, that was really... But the fact that she was adopted was cool because it was like you couldn't look at the resemblance.
And know that they looked alike. Yeah. Very interesting. Every single person related. That's the new theory. I also have another theory. Yeah. But I'm reluctant to like, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
Why? Because you think it's so correct?
I have just a really good feeling about it. Basically, I'm not going to say specifically what it was, but it could aid me come future round tables in working out who the secret traitor is.
Yes.
So the way that some people's names were spelled on the shortlist
of the murders on the first episode.
Exactly. Were incorrect, which always happens at the round table anyway, because people don't know how to spell people's names. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. I don't want to say what it was or who it was because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And also it just might not happen at all, but I'm going to be paying attention to that.
That's a very good clue.
And it's annoying though, because I couldn't help but see it. But also it's kind of fun to have a little clue.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say, well, I was going to say, are they dyslexic? But not necessarily, because it's easy to spell people's names wrong when you don't know them.
The way that it was spelled, it could have been not a dyslexic mistake, but it could have been also.
Who do you think then? Do you actually have a theory at the moment, a running theory for Red Traitor?
No.
Really?
I don't know who it.
I don't have a front runner.
I think I'm just plodding along. I'm here on the ride, baby.
And I'm still going to go with Ross at the moment because I just feel like the way his expression looked after the round table where Claudia picked people just felt so guilty to me.
Give Ross a break.
I know. And now seeing him more, I'm like, maybe he's just very expressive and like kind of worried looking all the time. But
he's a bit panicky, isn't he?
There was just a vibe.
Who is the woman who's the writer? Because I still think
Harriet. Her name's coming up a lot because she's a crime writer and that would be cool.
And also Sarah said like that is too deliciously irresistible to take up on, and I agree with that.
And she was someone who drove strongly the idea that Ross was a traitor because he said, I'd planned to do this, but to be fair, that wasn't a
great thing to say. Yeah. But I also don't believe that he did that on purpose.
No, I don't think he fucked that up.
He fucked that up big
time.
So
I don't know if that necessarily incriminates.
He's an over-explainer. And who was it who was saying... Oh, it was Judy. When she said like... And then when Claudia said traitors, I looked. I'm like, girl, why are you telling everyone?
Oh my God, she was a disaster.
I also think... I've said this to you as well. Fiona could be...
Oh, you do?
But I've got a few theories, so I'm not saying I've got a front runner, but I said to you, Fiona could be because of how much everyone loved Linda. And how funny that was. So
someone a bit more chaotic, but I think that's the Hugo of the situation.
I don't think Fiona is chaotic. I think it's literally just the older woman trope.
And I don't know. I'm just thinking, would they have all white traitors?
I literally was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that. I don't know. But I also don't... Oh, yeah.
But it's also weird putting people into categories like that.
But also, if you know that by how this show goes, which we do, that the like people of colour go straight away, then you might not want to put a person of colour as the secret traitor because the likelihood is that they'll be fucking booted out ASAP.
Amanda is another one that's coming up, but I feel like
it's too obvious.
They're editing it too strongly and she wanted it too much.
Yeah.
And I just want to see her work it out.
It too much.
Use her DCI's
Detective Chief Inspector.
Oh, so she does do detecting.
Must be because it's got detective in the name in it. DCI. I think he's a DCI in. I think Alec.
Yeah,
is a DCI in Broadchurch. And then I'm also thinking about what's it called? Line of Duty. Oh my God, I've watched so many cop dramas that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just want to see her work it out. She's a little bit frightening.
I think she'll be booted out.
Do you? Too much, too strong.
But I think it made people feel awkward, but warmed her when she was called out for her connection with Hugo. And then she said, well, it's very nice that you might think we were together, but I'm a lesbian. Yeah. So I think everyone was kind of a bit like, ooh.
As if anyone needed to know.
Come on, mate.
Look at her, and she lives in Brighton.
I did say, though, are they together? I was like, assumed lesbian from the off. She was sitting in the car, legs akimbo. I was like, me love. That's a lesbian sit.
Trainers on, not a scrap of makeup, comfortable in her own skin. Lovely.
Lovely lesbian.
Lovely Amanda.
Lally Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm getting drawn along with the Ross thing, and it's probably going to be.
Have you mentioned the cloak thing to the listener?
Maybe not. So the other aspect, but I already thought Ross before this, but you pointed out when we're seeing the like little clips of the red cloaked traitor walking down hallways and stuff. Whoever they've used, whether it is, we don't know if it's the actual traitor or just someone from the crew. Whoever's inside that cloak is hench.
Whoever's inside that cloak, they got some lovely big broad shoulders.
Yeah. So if it's actually the person, then it seems like that would be Ross.
Yeah.
But if not, it could be Fiona or bloody. It's probably going to be like Ellie or who's the.
Ellie is another good suggestion. I think either your mum or dad pointed this out and said she could be good, and I agree. I'm liking Ellie at the moment.
Or Jessie with the stammer. Could be her.
To be honest,
it could be her.
Her stammer's gone away quite quick.
I really am intrigued to see how the stammer gets on with.
Are you referring
moments
to her stammer or to her as a person?
Her stammer.
Thank you.
What happens under pressure and.
Well, I was thinking at the round table, she was very clear.
Yeah.
But it was very sweet when she was on the train and she was saying like, getting my name out is often one of the hardest things.
I can't remember if she actually said she wanted to be a traitor though. I don't know if we saw either. That. She might not have wanted to be for that reason, because she might not have wanted to like know that she was. I wonder if lying makes it worse. It might not make it worse.
But you know how like when based on Pop Idol.
What, Gareth Gates?
When people have a stammer and they perform.
Yeah. Oh.
They're focused on the performing element. It could go away. So perhaps, and I feel like there are actors who have stammers.
And maybe she acts and she says
That's
she likes
what I'm saying.
embodying a role.
When she's acting, doing a role, not being herself, she's pretending to be faithful. Maybe it goes, maybe she can get through.
Oh my God.
Is that ableist?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
I didn't mean for it to be.
No, I don't
Sorry
think so.
if
it's all said with love.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, it's rude that I'm intrigued. I'm not like, that's weird. I'm just interested. I think it's okay to be interested.
I'm sorry if that was offensive to anyone with a stammer.
I think
we love you guys. We love you guys. We love the stammer community.
I just think it's been very part of like British TV history, like
definitely
with Gareth Gates and then the guy from Educating Manchester.
Was it Manchester?
Who fucking stole all of our hearts.
I just got goosebumps.
Oh,
and then
my
do you remember
God.
that Welsh girl that I used to watch on TikTok that would go through drive-thrus?
Oh,
loved her.
Heaven.
Hope she's doing okay.
Okay, well, I'm needless to say, frothing at the thought. That's so horrible. I'm going to cut that out.
You could keep it in. It's very Australian of you.
Sounds like
absolutely frothing.
Sounds wrong. I am. I'm so excited. I'm frothed.
Yeah.
I'm cappuccino.
Chocolate on that?
I've started having cappuccinos.
I know. I was like, I texted you and said, okay, do you want a mocha? Do you want a flat white? Or do you want a latte? I want a cappuccino. I was like, what?
I told you I'm moving out of the category of young.
Oh my God, it is quite old. It's quite old of you to have a cappuccino.
It's old, but I didn't even
have cappuccinos.
Have one before. It's not like I used to have them in the 60s and I'm going back to my youth. I've never had them. But now it
makes sense for you to have a cappuccino.
Well, I'm
in a good way.
And it's a bit longer, you know?
It's not as long as a latte, but
That's
I think
true.
it's nice because I think a cappuccino means you're leaning into the deliciousness of life.
I'm
you
not
can
trying
have
to
a
be
bit
cool.
of chocolate on top of your coffee.
I'm not trying to be cool. It's the least cool of the coffees.
I think that I actually think a latte is the least cool. So
that's true.
So don't worry. Do I think lattes? Yeah, I think lattes least cool. So cappuccino is
people
second.
think lattes are millennial, even though I'm not sure that's true.
Actually,
but they think pumpkin spice lattes are millennial, which I've never had. Have you?
No, I've only smelt it and I've been like, ew.
I've only smelt
it. Okay, order of the coffees. Okay, least cool to cool. Okay.
What? So
least cool is
latte.
Americano with cold milk.
Oh, okay.
That is
Americano without milk is quite cool.
No, that's coming up later. Americano with cold milk. Fuck off. You're so annoying. Americano. Actually, no. Worse is warm milk, because that means you have to froth the tiniest amount of milk for your fucking stupid coffee that is disgusting anyway.
No.
You're minging. Okay, Americano hot milk, Americano cold milk. Then I think it's got to be macchiato is just like irritating. Okay.
Yeah, macchiato is like older person trying to be
I
modern.
spent a summer in Italy.
Yeah.
Get over it. We all did. Then latte. Then
because I think there's something almost cool about someone asking for a vanilla latte. Because they're so leading into the girly embarrassingness of it. You know?
Latte, cappuccino, cortado, flat white, and then espresso. Espresso has to be the coolest, I think.
Espresso's coolest.
Okay.
People are still having flat whites, but there'll be some young people listening to us laughing at us for saying flat white. It's like us using WhatsApp and that being mortifying.
Oh my God. Sorry, Spinny. I just was picking
I'm sure flat whites will be the same as WhatsApp.
Oh my God.
But we can't know. We're not.
Young people don't drink coffee. They don't have stimulants.
No, they don't. They don't have sex.
Alcohol.
They don't
stimulants,
drink.
no stimulants of any kind.
You don't need it when your brain is just like...
Well, that's the thing. I was... Sorry, I'm off topic quickly.
Yeah.
There's this guy called Clavicula who is like this 14-year-old.
On the internet?
Yeah, on the internet. Taylor Lorenz has done an episode about it. And it also, listening to this whole thing, I was like, oh my God, I'm so not on the internet anymore. Because they were talking about basing. And they were like, not basing. Oh my God, everyone's going to laugh at me. They were saying like, this is the most based thing you could do. And I was like, what? What did you say? What did you tell me what you said?
I said, is that jumping off things?
What is that called?
Base jumping? I don't know.
Basically, they were talking about something saying that's the most based thing you can do. And I was like, why do they keep saying based? They keep saying based. And then they were talking about like
based?
Being alt-right is like almost the most based thing you can do. And then I looked up based and it was like based means like the most authentic to yourself thing. And I was like, what
the hell?
Anyway, this guy called Clavicula, who's like 19 now, he is obsessed with this thing called looks maxing. This thing is like looks maxing. It's basically like doing everything in your power to be the best looking that you can.
Oh, for God's sake.
And he punches himself in the face so that his bones get stronger. And he also has been taking steroids since he was like 15, but now he's infertile because he did that. But he's like, it doesn't matter because I look good.
But I'm never going to have sex with anyone anyway, so there's no point in me looking good.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell?
It was creeping me out watching this episode. I was like, I need to know what's going on because it's like, you know, we've had like Andrew Tate, all this stuff, and it's like that simple, basic misogyny. And then misogyny 101. And then there's there's this whole other weird thing called looks maxing, and there's also like fitness maxing. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's really weird.
I listened to a podcast about why millennials are so embarrassing, and there was millennials and Gen Z people talking about it.
Yeah.
And there was a few interesting things, although the whole thing was like a Guardian podcast and it was just all really embarrassing in itself. Like it was all like so millennial, like the way it was edited.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're not helping yourselves, like
I know the person who would have edited that.
I mean,
but she's also a millennial, so
yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, there was a couple of things that were interesting. The Gen Z people were saying that like, we know this, but it was just weird to hear them say it themselves, that their generation is, and Gen Alpha more so probably, are so divided by gender. Like they're like boys just have a completely different political landscape and experience.
Yeah.
Because of all this fucking basing or whatever you're talking about. Like,
I literally don't know.
It's so weird that the algorithms are just like shaping their brains in completely opposite different ways. No wonder you're not having sex if you're like literally on the opposite sides of politics. So that was weird. And then also something I found interesting and depressing was that they were just saying that millennials are so embarrassing because they are sincere and care about things, and that's mortifying.
I'm glad.
Me too.
I'm glad. Also,
that's why I'm really old, because I'm like, that generation, no.
Yeah.
What, you don't care about anything? And they were saying like
awful.
Gen Z
they're really
is
nihilistic because
it's nihilism.
Yes.
And it's like, but also she did say, to give her dues, this Gen Z journalist or whatever, that she admitted that underneath the image of nihilism is a desperation to appear cool. Like everything is so curated to look like it doesn't matter.
Because it's all surface.
And she said she was jealous of her millennial friends who will just like post a picture of their cocktail on their holiday and they don't think like that's embarrassing.
And that's what my podcast was talking about as well, about how he is only caring about looks because so many other things have just lost meaning for that generation, like money, like everything is so random. Like God. You can't, I mean, he's a wealthy person, so like that's stupid, but they were just talking about that in general, about how that generation are even more kind of affected by the state of the world's finances and things.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's so interesting how when you reach your 30s, suddenly you can just kind of make it work a bit more. I mean, it is hard still, but we're more comfortable than we were in our 20s, even though I think we were working more.
Yeah.
I don't know it's all very interesting. But that thing that you just said about how boys and girls, male and female, divided in that gender way, I'm like, it's interesting because I'm like, makes sense. Like, this is why I find straight couples so weird.
Yeah.
You guys don't have anything in common. Who are you kidding?
Yeah. So weird.
Not that there should be right wing, left wing division.
And maybe like back in the day before social media and the internet, men would perform this loveliness when they were at home with their wife, and then they would just go off and live out this dark part of them that makes them want to be alt-right secretly with all their other girlfriends doing gross stuff no one would ever find out because the internet didn't exist, and then they'd just go home and it'd all be fine.
Yeah.
But now it has to be played out and everyone has to tell everyone what they're thinking, so now we can just see what everyone's thinking. I don't actually think that's true. I think there's lots of lovely men out there.
There are.
But they're more vulnerable. Their silly little heads are more vulnerable to all that stuff. Getting drawn into all this silly stuff.
Guys, don't get drawn into the silly stuff. I'm really stressed if we have a boy.
Oh, God.
But I think we'll be good.
This boy's enough.
We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Anyway. Traitors!
Sign up to our Patreon if you want more telly chat.
Yes, we're going to be focusing on Traitors only for the next few weeks while it's on the main podcast here. If you want to hear about anything else we've been watching, anything in the past, we've done loads of different series of celebrity traders on the Patreon and loads of other. There's like 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So you'd have access to that whole back catalogue.
Yeah, and there's so much to be watching in the new year, so we're going to be talking about all sorts on there.
We did a little Christmas special the other day, didn't we, where we talked about all the things we watched at Christmas, and that was fun.
We did. And you can sign up for, I think it's about £3, if not less.
A month.
The cost of less than a highly embarrassing vanilla latte.
No, that's the cool one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know what's cool.
Americano with cold warm milk. This is the worst.
And it's Watching Telepod, Patreon/Watching Telepod, isn't it?
Get on there.
You can also watch us on YouTube if you're not already, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, our two favourite platforms. Daisy's just bought a brick. We'll talk about that next time.
Oh my God, yeah.
Never heard of this thing.
But we do love getting messages from you guys. That's the only good thing about social media now anymore. So send us some.
That's what it was initially intended for, wasn't it, darling?
Exactly.
I'm going crazy.
Oh my God.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.